Yo, what's good? I'm NatureGroove, and in today's video we're going to be reacting to Chuck Stranger's solo. Let's get straight into this one, guys.
Never came to grips with the fact that I might fail. Every 3 months the check come in the mail. Forgot to tell God thanks. Fentanyl's on.
The man said I forgot to tell God thanks, you know. Boy, how many of us are walking through daily life not giving thanks, man? Not having appreciation for the life we're living. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not even just about praying and saying, thank you, God, for the life I'm living. Sometimes people just say that for show, innit? But it's actually about living a life that a creator would be proud of. Do you know what I'm saying? That God would be proud of. That's what it's all about ultimately. Living a life that's worthwhile. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if we make mistakes, we can still overcome those mistakes and make them part of a greater portrait at the end. Do you know what I'm saying? A greater masterpiece. Every masterpiece has its yin and yang elements to it, has its good and bad elements, has its polarities. So we can always be grateful for the life we're living, even if things are going bad, because things always change. Things get better. Worse things get better. Things don't always stay exactly as they are.
In the lobby, I step over him like Iverson. A list of problems longer than the Irishman.
Man's talking about stepping over zombies, fentanyl, people that are on fentanyl, because obviously that's a drug that tends to zombify people. Do you know what I'm saying? I can definitely relate to seeing people on hard drugs in the ends, in the ghetto, in the hood. And it's very sad to see, man, especially when you see the same faces again and again and again. Man, it's demoralizing, I can't lie. You're just thinking, how long are you going to stay stuck in this cycle? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I speak to some of them, I try and help them out when I can. But then other times, I'll be honest, I'm embarrassed to like even be around people like that sometimes. And I do turn a blind eye sometimes, and it feels bad, but you can't help everyone, and you can't help someone that's not helping themselves. But I do have a place for them in my heart, even on the days that I walk past them. And a lot of them are like zombies. Like, they're not really here, they're not present. They're just a body at this point, with not much self-control. So you question how human they really are. A human without self-control, you have to question how human they really are, because a massive part of being human is being able to use your willpower effectively and in the way that you want to use it. And the more you take hard drugs, the more you lose that ability to use your own willpower to make good decisions that better yourself. So yeah, man, I definitely relate to what he's saying there.
Have titles now. Black Kelly Slater, odds valid to crash later. We liquidators. Everything must go. You could even have a mannequin. Niggas start panicking when it's 0-0. Trade an anti-hero at midnight bandolero. Who ain't afraid of the dark?
Hey, the flow. Chuck Strangers, man. The flows, boy. This is straight Pro Era standards. For those that don't know, Chuck Strangers is a member of Pro Era, which is Joey Badass's crew. You know what I'm saying? So this is a top New York rapper. Do you know what I'm saying? A top rapper in the underground scene, I would say. You know, he's pretty much an underground rapper, but that doesn't mean that this guy cannot rap his ass off. Like, this is a true wordsmith. You know, I've been following Chuck Strangers for a while now, and as soon as I saw that he dropped an album today, I had to check it out straight away, man, because this guy never fails to deliver. Very introspective lyrics that you can relate to, lyrics that come from the heart, conscious, beautiful stuff, guys.
That night we maraud. Had my wrist slapped before, but that didn't weaken the guard. I was living.
Man said I've had my wrist slapped before, but that didn't weaken the god. Wrist slapped, I'm assuming that means he's been arrested before. I love the New York slang. The way these guys put words together is like magic to me, man. I've always admired the way these men use words. They're all wordsmiths in my eyes, and it's always cool to hear the different slang that they use over there. You know, every region's got their own slang, and different parts of New York will have their own slang as well, and I find it cool to hear the different terminology. It's pretty dope. And he's calling himself a god as well. That's common in I forget the name of it, but it's that branch of Islam. I want to say the 5%ers. yeah, it's very common for them to call themselves God. Do you see what I'm saying? They used to do it a lot in the Wu-Tang Clan. A lot of the Wu-Tang Clan members would use that term God. They would call each other God on the track and in everyday life, because they believe that they are God ultimately, because God lives within them, making them God in a sense, you know, in terms of their ability to control their reality. That's what I gather from it. I haven't done deep research into why they call themselves gods, but I believe that's what it's all about. Believing that you have the power to create and alter your own reality, effectively making you some sort of god or having godly ability.
Instinct, by nature we distinct. That's what makes us the same. Unashamed, I was counting out change.
Man said, by nature we're extinct. That's what makes us the same. Jeez, oi. Whew. Hey, deep feelings, you know. Deep lyrics, man. Deep lyrics on the track, guys. Deep lyrics on the track, man. Whew. Yeah, man, I feel that one. Damn, a lot of people in the hood do feel like they're extinct, basically, or like they're living lives where they feel quiet. People in the hood live like, some people in the hood live life as if the odds are completely against them and they need to do whatever they have to do to survive. In other words, effectively, a lot of people live as if they're dead already, because they're preparing for death. A lot of people, especially those that are involved in a lot of crime on the street, that type of thing, you know, they're effectively living a life that could lead to death, because they might not feel like they're worth anything. So effectively they might feel dead inside to a certain degree.
No man exempt to a bad day, depending on where the cameras stay. That's all you.
No man's exempt to a bad day. That's real, man. That is very real. That is very real. The key is, how are you going to perceive that bad day? And are you going to allow that bad day to become a bad week or a bad month, so on and so forth? Everyone has to make a decision to be an alchemist and change that bad day into a good day, or just live with it, innit? Just live with whatever it is, and just go down a negative spiral, which I do not recommend at all, you know. But a lot of people do that, man. They have a bad day and they turn it into several bad days. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but it's true, man. No man is exempt from misfortune, so to speak, or bad things happening, bad effects, bad consequences. So it's just how you perceive things, man. You have to use your own ability to react to a situation in whichever way you see fit.
See, not all it is. From the other side of the bridge, with some toy to live, something gotta give. I spent my life living boxed in, watching niggas.
Man, he's right in the pocket, you know. Flows upon flows, man. Flows upon flows. Introspective, comprehensive lyrics. This is what man loves to listen to, man. Real hip hop, man.
Get boxed up for trying front. Remember singing this the first of the month, before I even knew what welfare was. Start the shit sounded tough, innocently that I was. Puzzled, thrown into the struggle. Sad with my emotions and juggle. Had to pour my.
Hey, Chuck Strangers is a poet, man. I swear down. Don't ramp with Chuck Strangers, you know, guys. True lyricist, man. I feel like he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's a big rapper, man. Literally. He is such a good artist, man. So if you guys didn't know about Chuck Strangers, hopefully you know about him now. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave that one there. That was Chuck Strangers with Solo. And that was off the new album, Glory of the King's Hand. Catch you guys next time, yeah? Peace.